Hey everybody, it's August the 26th, 2024. Was going to give y'all a little update on the fertility stuff and what we've gone through. We hadn't been on here in probably 2 months, so lots going on, a lot of good, bad, and pain, and but it's all going good so far. I'll let Rachel start it out and tell her side.
Well, really, I probably should toss it back to you because if we go in order. But I will say this, that I have to give Bruce a lot of credit because a lot of women, the men don't have to go through anything for fertility stuff for them. They don't have to do shots or, any of that. And Bruce has been on shots now for 5 months.
Yeah.
He's been doing shots 3 times a week. And it's the same hormone that women take. I mean, I have to take additional drugs as well, but essentially he's taking 2 of the same hormones that you take as part of the protocol for IVF as a woman, and he's been doing that for 5 months, 3 times a week.
Yeah, and it's a shot. It doesn't really bother me, but I do get upset stomachs the next day from it, and it's not pleasant, but it's just part of the process. So.
And it's hormones, and so,
What?
It affects your mood a little. So anyway, I just want to, for the record, say that Bruce has been a real trooper, and he's done a lot more than a lot of guys have to do for this process. He's really put in a whole lot to make this happen. So
it's group effort here.
It is,
and it's been good. I mean, the reason I had to do the shots was I had been fixed. I had a vasectomy when I was 30. And also I had been on testosterone for probably 10 years now. So testosterone depletes the sperm count and just literally obliterates it. And so I'm had to do all the shots to rebuild that. And it's an experience.
Sorry. I was going to say you had to do 3 months of shots.
Right.
And then after 3 months, they test you to see if you have sperm, and if you do, then you move forward. If you don't, then you do another 3 months and then they test you again. But in July, Bruce had the pleasure of a tested procedure that I'll let him tell you about.
It's definitely
PG-13.
Yeah, it's definitely a procedure that wasn't
pleasant.
Yeah, it was not pleasant, but it's just part of it. They had to pull sperm from the testicle, and there was 3 doctors involved, and I'm sitting there on the table, sprawled out, to the world, and they deadened it as far as they could deaden, but I felt everything, and the doctor came in there, and the main doctor, and said, well, if everything goes good, and we on the right testicle, we won't even have to mess with the left. So I'm like, well, that's promising. Maybe it'll be good. How bad could it be? And it was bad. The doctor had came in there and grabbed the testicle and pulled it up and had it as tight like it was about to pop a balloon, as the other doctor injected a needle in it and tried to subtract semen from the right testicle. And they fiddle-farted around, and they messed up. So the doctor said, oh, we messed up on that one. We're going to have to go to the left. And I'm thinking, oh, good God, Whew. And but after it was all said and done, and about 15 minutes of squirming on that table, I had sperm. So
yeah,
we're good. Then my part was done as far as that part. Then Rachel could start her procedure and all her protocol.
Yeah, so it was actually really exciting to have sperm because we had done this 4 years ago, and we had done a procedure and we didn't have any sperm, and so everything just halted right there. So it was exciting. We were excited to get to move on to the next step.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was not real pleasant. And while we were in the room before the doctor came in, they have these rooms lined up in a hallway. And so I was sitting in the room with him, and he's sitting on the table, and thankfully he was still clothed and everything, because this random guy just walked into the room and was like, oh, and then walked out. And we were like, oh, we should lock the door.
Another 15 minutes I could have really been back, because Rachel left the room, and then I was stripped down from the waist down. And
don't really want somebody walking in on you. But anyway, it was interesting. And so we did that. And, another thing with that is that Bruce's insurance will cover that procedure, but the hospital that we're using won't file for it. So we had to pay out of pocket, and then now we're going back and forth between insurance company and the hospital trying to figure out how we can get our money back. But
on a good thing, my insurance pays for the majority of it. So what would run anywhere from $20,000 to $30,000 is only running us about $7,500.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping we get it on the first 75 and not the fourth 75. So.
But we are actually really blessed with our insurance. Like, I know for a lot of people, the medications cost thousands of dollars that I'm taking, and we paid about $34 for all my medications. And so it's really incredible, and we're really, really lucky, because a lot of people do pay thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of dollars for all of this. And there's a lot of people that are out there doing this too. So anyway, it's been interesting. But once he did that procedure, then I called my doctor, and once I started my cycle, we went to Houston. They did a hysteroscopy on me, and you were supposed to take ibuprofen before you got down there. I forgot to take the ibuprofen, and so we got there, and basically I was like, well, you can either reschedule, like we can wait, or you can just do it. And I was like, just do it, I guess. And she said, well, it only lasts about 30 seconds, and it doesn't feel good, but it's quick. And so I was like, okay, let's just do it. And so Bruce left. I probably should have kept him in there with me just so that I could have had somebody with me, because she got in there and it hurt like the dickens. I can't even, it hurt so bad. And mine was about 1 minute and 30 seconds. It was about 1.5 minutes. I started counting because I was like, okay, I can do this for 30 seconds. And I got to 90 seconds. Because she had to scrape part of the lining of my uterus off. And so she did all that with no pain medicine, and I really don't know that just a couple of ibuprofen would have really cut it anyway. But I don't know, it really hurts some women, and other women it doesn't hurt them as bad, but it hurt like heck. And then afterwards I just wanted out of there, and I know they probably thought I was crazy, because they were like, you should just lay here for a little while, and they gave me some Advil, and they're like, just lay here. And I was like, I want my husband, please go get my husband. And so she went and got Bruce, and he came in, and then I'm like, I have to get out of here, I've got to get out of here. And so, like, I was just like this crazed feral animal in the moment, like, because I was in so much pain. So he got me to the car, and then I was like, when I get in a lot of pain, it's like when I have a kidney stone, I get nauseous. So then we have these little things in the car, because I'm always throwing up when I am in pain or when I have surgery. And so he gave me one of the little bags, and I didn't actually get sick, but I wanted to lay down. Well, the car doesn't have anywhere to lay down in it, because we have 2 captain's chairs in the back of this
car. We thought that was going to be good, but if you're sick and you need to lay down, well, 2 captain's chairs don't do much good.
No, and so then I'm trying to like crawl into the 3rd row, and it's like this big, and so I'm like in this little ball in the back, and I'm just like clinging to the headrest to try to like get in some sort of position to ease the pain. But it did eventually ease up. Probably about 30 minutes later, and then it just stopped. And so that was really good. And thankfully Bruce had come with me, because if he hadn't come with me, I couldn't have gotten back home. I don't know, I would have been in Houston for a while, because I couldn't drive. So it was a real blessing that he was able to come with me that Friday. But then after that, it was just waiting for the next month. And then they ordered the medications came in. It was totally overwhelming. You just get this box, and it's full of stuff, because there's so many medications that you have to take. And one thing that I'm finding is that everybody's different, because your ovarian reserve is different, your age makes a difference, your situation and why you're there for infertility makes a difference. And so there's just a lot of different drugs that people can take. And I was real nervous about taking the shots because it's shots in your belly.
Yeah.
And there's a morning, for me, I do a morning shot, a pill, and then an evening shot. And there are others that will come in the next few days. So on Wednesday, depending on how I'm doing, will probably start another medication sometime this week, Wednesday or later. But I've done really good so far. It's been a real answer of prayer because I've done okay. I was a little nauseous today when I woke up, but I don't know if that's because I have to wake up at 4 a.m. to drive to Houston.
If you're having to drive to Houston Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, it has to be down there at 7:30. So that's a trek every morning.
Yeah.
So.
But they're nice. I mean, today I went and all they did was draw blood, but the rest of the time I go, I'll get an ultrasound and they'll draw blood. And so, yeah, I mean, hopefully we get something out of this round. For women my age, it's not uncommon to have to do multiple rounds of trying to get an egg. So we'll see what we get, but
yeah, the next procedure, whenever they do pull egg from her, I had to go down there and get that procedure. Well, they had to subtract from me again, so at least I know what I'm in for this time.
And it's supposed to be a more in-depth procedure, though. So, and we'll have to have them on the same day. So we haven't really worked out the logistics of that yet because I'll be having a surgery with full anesthesia, and he'll be across town having his surgical procedure. They don't have to put him completely under, but he doesn't feel great afterwards. And then he'll actually have to drive the sperm across town to the surgery center where I am to bring it over there because they'll extract my eggs and then immediately fertilize them. So it's like
a 400 meter relay. I'm going to hand the baton off to the doctor, and hopefully he can carry it to the finish line. So
yeah, so it's going to be interesting. We'll have to probably get somebody else involved to help us.
Well, we always got reliable daddy to come back.
Yeah. Poor daddy, he's learned more about my uterus and eggs and all those things than he probably wanted to know, but without mother here to sort of buffer that, he just gets it all straight. So
and on a side note, it's been tomorrow will be 2 years since we lost Dana.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about it. It seemed in some aspects it seems like it was a week ago, and in some aspects it seems like it was 10 years ago. It's just she's truly missed. So
yeah, it's been hard all this without her.
Yeah.
But this is one thing, and not that wouldn't make me cry anyway, but I've been crying a lot. Yesterday I cried 3 times, and I don't even really know why.
Yeah, just the singing in church makes her cry.
Crying. So definitely thinking about not having a mother. I was at the clinic on Friday, and one of the women came in with their moms, and I was jealous. I mean, because I sure do wish I had my mom there with me to do some of this stuff. But anyway, she was lucky to have that. But I guess that's what happens too when you wait till you're 43 years old and try to have a baby. But here we are. So, but things are progressing well. And they called today, and my blood work looked good. So I'm gonna keep on doing my shots and then see what the doctor says on Wednesday. But yeah, we just had a lot happen, so I wanted to check back in and.
Yeah.
Keep
everybody updated. So. All right, well, I guess we'll contact y'all in another couple weeks. We'll see how it all goes and see if her new medication continues to go as smooth. Some people have pain and swelling at the injection sites. Knock on wood, everything's been great with her, and keep praying that everything goes smoothly and this is all a success. But definitely a learning curve for us. So
it is, and I will say, you're taking shots that the ones that are supposed to sting a lot. Like I have one that's real easy. It's a really tiny needle, and it's like an injection pin. But then the one that he has to mix because I can't figure out how to mix it. So he mixes it up for me, and while he's mixing it, I ice my skin, and I really think that that's helped a lot too because it doesn't hurt as bad when it's iced. So that's my pro tip: ice it.
Pro tip of the day. So, all right. Well, we'll see y'all later and keep y'all updated. Thank y'all. Bye.